How many of you have studied Python before? Most of you, I would assume, or only few of you? Cool. So I have launched my Jupyter notebook. I want all of you to launch your VS Code if you are using one. And for people who are not using either of the both, you can just go to your Google and search for Collab. Okay. So it is an online ID by Google. So you can use Collab. Mostly we use this for data science and machine learning. Okay. So I'll come back to my Jupyter notebook. People, I told you don't type it. I'm not going to open your chat. You can speak up. Okay. Now, why is Python so popular in today's time? What do you people think? Any idea? No idea, people?
What's the question again?
Why is Python so popular in today's time?
Okay, if I should try, one of the main reasons why Python is popular is because of its simplicity and easy to understand and the dynamic, the way it can run
Okay.
on different, the way it can run on different platform, and it is easier for it is easier to interpret.
Okay. Very good. So one of the major reasons is its simplicity and readability. So if you look at Python code, right, it looks almost similar to English so that it is easy for anyone to understand it, right? Now, the other advantage of Python is it has got millions and millions of libraries. In other languages, you have to write many lines of code to get things done. But in Python, you have your libraries, which is going to make your life easy. Okay. And after all, any programming language that you study should have a strong community support so that people all across the world use it and you post your questions and people are able to solve them. Correct? And in today's time, all of you know there is a huge trend of generative AI all across. For your knowledge, people, when you see data science, machine learning, AI, or Gen AI, the only programming language that is used is Python. Okay. Now, the first concept that we study in any programming language is variables. Correct? So I just want to know it from you people. What is your understanding about variables?
Variables are used to store values.
Okay, variables are used to store values. Anyone else?
It is
Anyone
a name
else?
assigned to a value.
Okay, name assigned to a value. Very good. Any other answers? There are 37 people, almost 43 people, and only 2-3 are answering.
Variable is a container.
Variable is a
name
okay,
of memory
variable
location.
is a container. And what does this container hold?
Hold the value.
Okay, very good. So, in simple terms, people, variables are like containers to store data. Now, this data can be an integer, it can be a float, it can be complex number, it can be string, it can be a list, anything, correct? But in simple terms, it is a container to store data. Now, the question is, how do we define a variable in Python, correct? Now, Python is also a programming language, same like English. So when you study English, you study many grammatical rules, right? How do you frame a sentence? How do you use parts of speech? Same way, when you study any programming language, there are few rules that you should follow. Rule number one. Rule number one, how do you define a variable? The easiest way to define a variable is to start with an alphabet. Let's say I have defined a variable with the name A. Okay. And I'm just assigning a value 10 to the A. So how will I read it? A is a variable which stores the value 10. Okay. How do you execute in Jupyter Notebook? Shift enter, or you have this command here called run. The same applies to Google Colab also. Now, I have stored a number 10 in the variable A. The same thing if you try to use in other programming language, first you have to define the data type of the variable and then the value that it stores. If you use Java or C++, but Python is so flexible that it automatically identifies the data type that is associated with this variable. Make sense, all of you? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I started my variable with an alphabet. Can I start my variable with a number? If I write 5 equals to 20, will Python accept this?
No, sir.
Okay, so it is telling cannot assign to literal value. What if I define a variable like this, 5a equals to 100, will Python accept it?
No.
It shows invalid decimal. Now, can I start my variable with special character like at the rate equals to 30? Will Python accept this? No.
No.
So obviously there are rules, right? There are rules which tells you how to start your variable. So one rule that we got it, your variable can start with an alphabet, right? We are good with this. Okay. Your variable cannot start with a number. But if I start a variable like this, x3 equals to 100. Will it take? Yes, because it is starting with an alphabet. After alphabet, you put anything, it works. Next, now special characters are not allowed, but there is an exception on one of the special character. That exception is underscore. So if I write underscore equals to 10 and I execute, so Python accepts underscore as a variable name. Make sense, all of you? After underscore, you can put any number and then again define the variable, but it should start with underscore. So till now we have seen two rules. Your variable can start with an alphabet. Your variable can start with an underscore. Make sense? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
if you see, I'm giving different names to the variable. To this variable, I gave the name as A. To this variable, I gave the name as underscore. To this variable, I gave the name as underscore 5. So the names that we give to the variables are called identifiers. Okay. The name that we give to the variables are called identifiers. Make sense? Okay. Now people, rule number 3. The rule number 3 is Python has got some reserved words. Okay. We call them as keywords. So you cannot use these keywords to define your variables. For example, if I define a variable with the name if equals to, let's say, a name, will Python accept? It doesn't. So rule number 3 is you cannot use your keywords to define as variables. Now the next question that you may ask me is, okay, what are the different keywords? Some keywords are popular, so you know, right? For, if, while. But if you want to get list of all the keywords that are present in Python, what do? We import a library. We import a library. Now, if you want to import any library in Python, the code is import. You have to write import, and then you have to write the name of the library. The name of the library is keyword. So what this library does, this library holds all the keywords that are present in Python. And I'll just print keyword dot kw list. Keyword dot kw list. Okay, let's see. Okay, now it has given me list of all the keywords that are present in Python. All of you execute, people, keep executing with me. The best way to learn coding is to keep executing. You get error, we will try to fix it. Okay. Now, all of you know Python is a case sensitive language. I have got the keyword as true. So if I write true like this, true equals to 20, it executes. Okay. But this true is not allowed. Why? Because this true is a keyword and this is a normal variable. Okay. So how many keywords are there? All of you. How many keywords are there? So how do we check? So let's see. Length of keyword dot kw. So there are 35 keywords in Python. There are 35 keywords in Python. Any doubt till here, people?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, some keywords are not that popular. Okay. Some keywords are not that popular, like non-local, pass. Okay. So if the interviewer is asking you, can I define a variable with the name non-local or pass? How do you find out if that is a keyword or not? If it is a keyword, you will tell, yes, it is a keyword and we cannot use keywords to store any data, but you need to find out, right? So how do we find out? Let's say he has given you this keyword called non-local. And first thing that you are going to do is you're going to check if this is a keyword or not. So how do you check? So we have got a command here, people. Keyword dot is keyword. The output of this is going to be true or false. Okay, the output of this is going to be true and false. So what does it give me? It gives me that this is a keyword. So you cannot use this to define a variable. So keep in mind this code. Okay, is keyword. Makes sense, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next thing that we are going to study is data types. Some of you told me that variables are used to store data. Now, what are the different types of data that we have in Python? Any idea? People, any idea what are the different data types that we have in Python?
Yes, sir. It's like integer value, floats, double.
Okay, good. So see here, when you talk about data types in Python, we divide them into two containers. And okay, one more thing, people, why am I using hash? So hash is used to comment codes in Python, okay? So when you comment a code, it doesn't get executed. Comments are just there for readability. So when you share this code with someone, the other person can find out why have you written this particular line. Now, data types are divided into two categories. You have got primitive data types. Okay. The second one is derived data type. So primitive data types, people also identify them as default data type. Okay. Now, let us first study primitive data type. So if you all remember in the starting, I defined a variable a equals to 10. Now, what is the type of data that this variable stores? So there is a simple code to find out the type of data. It is just using type. So do you see it gives me int. So the variable a stores the data type as int. Next, if I define another variable, what will be the data type of this? This is going to be float. So any decimal number in Python will be identified as float. What about this? This is going to be
String.
string. So it shows as str. Okay, it shows as str. Now, Python has got one more data type which is none, which is rarely used. It is rarely used. Okay, so it is none type. The next data type that we study is complex numbers. So in maths, it is a plus bi, but in Python, it is a plus bj. Okay, so instead of I, we use here as j. So it shows you as complex. Okay, the next data type that we have is for Boolean. If you check type of this as f, it shows you Boolean. So we have got one more. So you have to keep in mind that when you use true or false, the T should be in uppercase. Okay, Boolean. So how many data types did we study? Integer, float, string, complex number, Boolean, and none type. So there are 6 primitive data types in Python. Okay, can I ask you people one question? Why do we need data types and why are data types so important in any programming language that you study? Who will tell me? Who will tell me?
Sir, I think data type are used to simplify our code, make it understandable, and
How? How does it simplify the code?
in code we have anywhere write into then if another one can read the code, they can understand simply like it is an integer value. Also, the Python interpreter understand easy
Hmm.
to Python interpreter have to easier to understand that it's like
Okay.
a integer value.
Okay. Anyone else would like to answer?
It
Swati.
used to
Hmm.
define what kind of data and to
Okay.
save in the memory.
Very good. What data type tells you about what type of data? Next, every data type has got its own size, right? Every data type has got its own size. For example, int might have 2 bytes, string might have 4 bytes, boolean 1 byte. So every data type has got its own size stored in the memory. Okay, third, now all of you see here, can I perform operations on different data types? If I write 5 plus 5, you know Python is going to give you 10. But if I write 5 plus, what will be the result? What will be the result, people? It is going to throw an error. Now, why? Because 5 is an integer and this is a string. So we cannot perform operations with. So every data type has got its own operation that you can perform. So when it comes to integer, you can add them, subtract them, multiply them. When it comes to string, you can perform different operations. So every data type has got its own operations to be performed. Make sense? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Next. Now, we have studied 6 data types. So let's do one thing. Now, just for you people to have a basic hands-on on Python, let's do some basic questions. Okay. So I'm going to write 3 questions and you people have to solve it. The first question is you have to define a variable to store the total seconds in a day. Second, you have to find out the area of a circle with radius as 5 centimeter. Third question, find out the simple interest on a principal of 10,000 rupees at a rate of 10% for 6 years. Question number 4, you have to find out the distance traveled by a car riding at 50 kilometer per hour for 6 hours. Chalo, all of you try to do these questions fast to just give you a basic understanding of how to use Python to solve your mathematical operations. Fast.
Are we to solve it on our own engine?
Yes. You can just do it on VS Code if you're using VS Code, Jupyter Notebook if you're using Jupyter Notebook. And people, please don't type on the chat. If you want, you can speak up. If you're typing on the chat, I'm going to remove you. If you cannot speak up in a forum like this, how will you speak up when you have meetings in your company? So I believe most of you are working here or most of you are freshers. On this call, most of you are freshers or working professionals. Aparna, Manav, Asha,
Fresher, fresher, sir.
fresher. So people make it a habit of speaking up in the forum. If you cannot do it now, when you attend interviews or if you are on the team call, you cannot speak up. Okay. Make
Yes,
sense?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. First question. How many of you have done it?
I'm done.
Okay. So what will you do, people? Will define a variable called seconds. Now, in a day, we have got 24 hours and I have to multiply every hour with minutes. Every hour has got 60 minutes and every minute has got 60 seconds. So what I'll do, now I'll use my print statement. Okay, in Python, even if you don't use print statement, you're going to get the output. But I want this output to be customized. My output should look as total seconds in a day is. Okay, and then you have to write here seconds. So if you want a customized output, you will use print. Kunal, can you speak up? Don't just type it on the chat. Okay. If you want a customized output, we are going to use print statement. Now, there is one more way to print this customized output. If you see here, people, first, what did I do? First, I typed my string and then I used comma and defined the variable. Now, is there a way in which I can include the variable inside double quotes only? There is a way, we use a concept called format string. How do we define format string? You start with F, and then what will you do? Then you can type your text that you want. Total seconds in a day is. Now, you have to be careful when you define the variable inside double quotes, you have to place your variable inside curly braces. That is how format string works. Okay, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Second question. Are you all done with second question?
Done so.
Okay. Second question is simple. How do you calculate the area of a circle? The area of a circle is pi, but you cannot use your pi. All of you know the value of pi is 3.14 into r
A
square.
variable.
Correct? Print area of circle is cool. And you have to mention the unit also, right? Centimeter square. Okay. So I hope you should be able to solve the third and the fourth question as well.
I I have a question, please.
Okay.
When you are writing the square, you repeated the 5 twice. Can't we just use 2 started then 2?
Yes, we can use. Okay. So what is it asking people now? We have got different operators. If I write 5 into 5, what will be the output? 25. Correct? Now, the same output, if I want in a different way, what I can do? I can use double asterisk and pass here. So this is power 2. This
Yes,
is
sir. Square.
power 2. Now, don't think if you want to get power 3, you are going to write asterisk 3 times. Okay. It is going to throw error. Okay. 3 asterisk doesn't mean 5 into 5 into 5. So if you want to get 5 to the power 3, you just have to use 2 asterisks only and write here 3. Okay. Now, if you don't want to use the value of pi as manual, you want to define it dynamically. So we have a package called maths. Okay. Import math. Okay. And if you want to see the value of pi, you can just write here print pi value is math.py. Okay. Can you see? You can use it here instead of writing 3.14. So what will you do? You will use here area equals to math dot pi into into r square 5 into 5. Cool? Yes, no people.
Yes, sir.
Next, if you see here, I was using this power, right? 5 to the power 2, 5 to the power 3. But if you want to use this maths package, you can do. So it is simple. So you can just use math.pow. So it takes two parameters, 2 comma 3. What is the meaning of 2 comma 3? 2 raised to 3. Okay, you can use this also. 2 raised to the power 3. Okay, cool. Next. Okay, so this is about simple operations that you can perform. Now, What are the other operations that we have in Python? So addition, multiplication, subtraction, all of you know it, right? So we have got one operator which is used sometimes. If I write B percentage A, what will it give me? It gives me 0. Why?
A remainder value.
Okay, so this is called your modulus. This is your modulus operator which gives you the remainder. What about this, people? What about this? What this gives you?
It gives the quotient.
It gives you the
Quotient.
quotient. All of you agree? It gives you the quotient.
Yes. Question.
Okay. Next. Next. Now, in Python, there is a difference between single equals to and double equals to. So single equals to is for assignment, when you assign a value, and double equals to is for comparison, right? So if you write A equals to 10, B equals to 20, you write A equals to B, it should give you false. Okay. So don't get confused. Fine. Now, the next operator, so we came across operator. Now, there are other comparison operators, A greater than B. All of you know what is it going to give? False. So greater than, equals to, less than, not equals to. How do you write not equals to? Correct? This is how you write not equals to. So these are comparison operators. Now let's see logical operators. Okay, what are logical operators, people? Or not, and or not. So let's take an example. Let's take an example. How do you use them? Now, all these operators will be used when you have more than one condition. When you have just one condition, you can use this operators, right? Greater than, less than. But when you have more than one condition, you are going to leverage these logical operators. For example, if I say x greater than y and z greater than y, correct? I have got two conditions, x greater than y and z greater than y. If I execute, it gives me false. The question is why?
Because
Now, before you come to the solution, you should know how these logical operators work. So let's see and, right? Whenever you use and, obviously you are dealing with more than one condition. If your first condition is true and the second condition is true, the output is going to be true. Apart from this, the output is going to be always false. First condition false, second true, it is always false. Talking about OR operator, if either of the conditions are true, if either of the conditions are true, the output is always going to be true. Are you all aware of this? Are you all aware of
Yes.
this? Cool.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
so if you understand how logical operators work, you should be able to decode why the result of this expression is false. X greater than y. Is it true? Is x greater than y? It is false. And z greater than y. So false and false, the result is false. The same thing, if I try to use or, what will be the result? What will be the result? Sorry.
True.
The result is still false. Why? Because both are false. So let me do one condition as true. So your output will be true. And what not will do, people, what not will do, it will just reverse the output of the OR condition. So if you use not outside, it will give you false because the inside one was true. Any doubt here?
No, sir.
Okay. Next concept is about conditional operators. So what are conditional operators? You might have heard about if, else, elif, right? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, how do we use them? How do we use them? So first thing, all of you know, in Python, you should know the syntax for that particular operator. So how do you write? You start with if. After if, what you do, you mention the condition. After if, you mention the condition, and then we use colon. If this condition is true, what is the output that you want? Okay. The false condition is optional. You can include it, you cannot include it, but the true condition is always mandatory. So let's do one thing. So let me find out if x is greater than y, and I want the output as x is greater than y. So if I write here, if x greater than y, so the output will be x is bigger than y. Now, if you see here, people, after colon, when I pressed enter, it did not take me just below the if. Do you see? So I can see a small space here. Let me remove this space and try to execute. So I'm getting an error. What is this error? All of you, indentation error. Now the question is, what is indentation? Who will tell me?
We have to give some space.
Okay. Now, when you use Python,
Block of
right?
code,
Sorry?
block of code, blocking range if condition.
Okay. So see here, when you use this conditional operators or while using for loop, what Python does, when you write if, Python always sees for the conditions that you want to print after colon. So Python will always expect you to have some lines of space here so that it knows that this print statement is a part of if. Okay. So now when I keep indentation and execute, I'm not getting any output. Obviously, I should not. Why? Because I just wrote for the true condition. X greater than Y, obviously no. So I didn't say anything about the false statement because the false is mandatory. Now, if I wish to include the false condition also, what will I do?
Use
What
else.
will I? So I will use else. Else print y is bigger. Correct? So you get the output as y is bigger. Make sense, all of you? So I'm going to give you a small task now. Till now, all the variables we were defining, right? Now, is there a way in Python where we can get input from the user? Yes, there is a way. We have got a command called input. So what will I do? Input, and I'm going to write here as enter a number. Now if I execute this, what it gives me an option to enter the number. So I'll write here 20. and enter. So if you see the value of num, it is 20. So the task for you people is you have to take a number as a input from the user and find out if that number is even or odd. Chalo, let's do this, all of you. Take a number as input from the user and print if it's even or odd. All of you try this question. Who has done it? Manav has done it? Yes,
Yes,
no?
sir. Yes, sir.
Done so.
Okay, so what will you do, people? You will take a number as input, enter the number, and then you're going to write the logic. So what is the logic? All of you know if it is an even number, it is divisible by 2. And if it is an odd number, it is always going to give you a remainder as 1, correct? If we divide 3 by 2, remainder is 1. 5 by 2, remainder is 1. So what will I write? If num mod 2 equals to 0, if the remainder is 0, so your number is going to be even. Correct? Else odd. So it is asking you to enter the number. So let me insert 25. What does it say?
Sir,
What
you
does
Need
it
have
to
say,
use
people?
typecasting.
data type.
Okay.
You have to use the data type.
Okay, now people see here. So you have to be careful while using the input function. If you see here, I wrote 25, but the output of this is in single quotes. And if you want to check the data type, so what does it give you? It gives you as string, and all of you know you cannot perform this operation on a string. So there is a concept of typecasting in Python. What is typecasting? So typecasting is basically converting one data type to another. Now the data type of this number is a string, and I want it to be in integer, not even float. Correct? So if someone enters 20.5, what will you do? Correct? 20.5. So that is the reason we want it in integer. Now let me try. Let me give 13. So what am I getting? What am I getting, people? Odd, which is correct. Yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
But
yes.
there is a catch. But there is a catch with this. Okay. What is the catch? I'm going to tell you. If someone is entering 0, obviously someone can enter 0. What will be the output? Even. Is 0 even?
No.
So we have to check for this condition also. Okay, what about this, people? What about this? If someone enters -10, then
Even number.
for negative integers, we don't have even or odd, right?
Yes, sir.
So if it is -10, we will write it as a negative even number. So what should I do then? What should I do? How do I modify my code? So I have to write here one more condition. And num greater than 0. Yes, no.
Yes.
Correct. Now if you see here, now if you write here -10, what does it give? It gives you odd. ये भी गलत हो गया. गलत हो गया, correct? Because when you type -10, it goes to the else condition. It is giving you odd. What should you do then, people? What should you do? So you have to include one more condition. So your first condition is if number equals to 0 and number not equals to, then it is even. Correct? Yes, no, I'm just taking the first condition, okay? I'm just taking the first condition. So all of it goes to odd. So I have to write here one more condition in else if. Correct? Else if what? Else if num equals to 0 or num less than 0, then what you want? Then print what? Please enter a number greater than 0. Yes, no, people. Is this correct? Can I include this condition?
Yes.
Who is using
Yes.
annotator on the screen? Correct? So it should be equals to 0. Correct? Now let's try. -10. It gives me even. Check. What I have to do here? These two conditions I have to add here also, right? Equals to 0 and num greater than 0. This is for first condition, correct? Then it will give me even. Else if num equals to 0 or num less than 0, then this. Okay. Now what do you think? My logic is correct? Yes, no, people?
Yes.
Chalo. Now my logic looks good. Correct? So see, whenever you write a logic, you should check for all the possible scenarios so that your logic does not fail. So what do we call this as, 0, less than 0? What do we call them as? We call them as edge cases where your conditions can fail. Okay? We call them as edge cases. Okay? Now, one small task for you people. I have got three numbers equals to 20, B equals to 12, C equals to 22. You have to write a logic to find out the largest number and the smallest number first. 2 minutes I'll give you. Do this question. Any doubt till here, people who are studying Python for the first time? Any doubt? Aparna, Arpan, Ashna, Prashant, Chaitanya, Franklin, Harshita, Himesh, Huda, Subhash, Kaluri, Kriti, Manav, Mohanlal, Nupur, Vamsi, Pankaj. Any doubt?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, very good. समझ आ रहा है नहीं आ रहा है?
Yes.
Getting it, sir.
Getting
Yes,
it?
sir.
Yes,
Easy
sir.
to understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So try this question.
Okay.
How many of you are still in college? Out of this 47 people, how many of you are still in college? Or in the last year?
Yes, sir. I study.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
How many
Yes,
of you are
sir.
passed out? How many of you are passed out? Okay, so all of you are still in college. Good, good. So people, is this your regular course or you come here only for few sessions? What is it? Manav, Swati.
Just getting to know how Python works. It's
Okay,
basic
so
to advanced.
this is like workshop for you people. They conduct it once in a while.
Yeah,
Okay, that's good because college don't teach you everything. Done? Who has done this question?
I have done, sir.
Yes, sir.
Done? Mubarak, have you done this question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Done.
Mubarak, have you done this question? Okay, let's try to do it. So what will you do here? What will you do? What logic will you write? All of you, first. What logic should I
Hello?
write? Yes.
If A is greater than or equal to B,
Is greater than equals to also you are going to include.
yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Greater than equals to B. इसके बाद?
And A is not, A is
Okay.
greater than equal to C.
So when you have more than one condition, you should always wrap every condition inside parenthesis and B greater than equals to C.
A,
Okay. Not B,
uh,
right? A should be greater than
A,
equals to C,
so
correct?
yes, sir, A
Then print A is the
is the largest.
largest. And then
Elif.
elif.
Alif.
The same thing you will write it for B also. B greater
yes,
than
sir.
equals to A
And B
and E.
greater equals to C.
Okay, why are you people including equals to? Who will tell me the logic? Why are you including equals to here? If I give all the numbers same 20, 20, 20, so will it work? Should you use in equals to? क्या लग रहा है? Tell me, all
I
of
think
you.
we should not. I think we
Sir,
should
for
not use.
A equals to shows
Hmm.
comparison operators. So
I know equals to is comparison operator, but in this logic, should you include equals to? That is my question. If you don't include equals to, what is going to happen?
I think we should not use equals to.
Because
the
to
data
Then it will not
it is
include
an
that
error.
particular number.
It will not include particular number if I don't write equals to then, okay? So if I remove equals to, then what will happen? So Swati is telling it will not include that particular number. Which number? 20, 12, 22. Let's say I take two numbers as same. Okay? I take two numbers as same. A as 22, correct? What does it give? Hmm. Bolo, people, first. Is this correct or wrong?
It is
Tell me.
wrong
It is wrong. Why is it wrong?
because A and C
I
are
think in Python we don't use single operator in condition, if condition or else condition. So that's why
What we don't use? What we don't use?
single operator.
Single operator. Okay. Let us see why you're getting C as the largest. Okay. A greater than B. Is this condition true, people? Yes,
Yes,
no?
sir.
So this
Yes.
is true. First part is true. Then A greater than C. Is it correct? No. So you're
Yes.
using AND operator. True and false. It is false. So it will go to the next line. It will go to else if. Correct? We will go
Yes,
to
sir.
else if. B greater than A. False. B greater than C. False. So this is also false. Then it will go to the else. What is in the else? C is larger. So both the conditions are false. So it is printing C is the largest. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What if all the numbers are equal? Then what will happen? What if all the numbers are equal? Then what it will do? It will go to the last else. Correct? It will go to the last else. Right? Yes, no? Okay. And
Yes, sir.
the same logic you have to write to get the smallest. All of you know. To get the smallest, what will you do? Same thing. If A less than B and A less than C. So you will print A smallest. Correct? Okay. Any doubt with this? All of you. Any doubt
No,
with this?
no, sir.
Okay. Let's do one more question. Let's do one more question. The question is you have to take year as an input from the user and find out if it is a leap year or a normal year. It is a leap year or a normal year. So all of you do this question first. Done. Okay. Shiva is telling done. Okay. Before we write the logic, tell me how do you identify a year as a leap year or not? What are the conditions that you check, people? What are the conditions that you check for a leap year? Hmm. Who will tell me? Manav, Swati, Soni. Who will tell me?
If it is 29 February,
29 February. What about? So you decide leap year on the basis of day or on the basis of year?
Should be divisible by 4.
Okay. So, okay. Who is this divisible by 4?
400 but not divisible by 100.
Okay. So we got two conditions. So someone told it should be divisible by 4. Okay. If you take the year 2000, it is divisible by 4. Someone told 400. Okay. Very good. Fine. Then if you take this year 1900, it is divisible by 4. But is 1900 a leap year? All of you. Check.
No,
Google
sir.
karo.
Sir, I think when we divide with 4 and 400, it should come 0. Remainder should become 0. It's like a condition. We
Okay.
have to define.
Now, whenever you formulate the logic for leap years, there are two things that you should keep in mind. First thing you should keep in mind is for the century years. Okay, century years. And second is non-century year. Correct? So when I say century years, years which have got 2 zeros like 2000, 1800, 1900. For century years, what should you check? For century years, you should check if it is divisible by 400. Makes sense? So if you see 2000 is divisible by 400, so it is leap. Whereas 1800 and 1900 are not divisible by 400. For non-century years like 2016, 2020, you should check the divisibility condition for 4. Make sense? Yes,
Yes,
no,
sir.
people.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes.
sir.
Okay. So you just need to take care of these two conditions. So let's try to write it here. Okay. So tell me, what condition should I write? What condition should I write here? If year, mod,
Modulo 400.
mod what? 4.
400 equal 0.
Okay. 400 equals to 0. Okay. फिर आगे only one condition.
No, sir. And year mod 4,
And year mod what?
4 equal 0.
Okay. That's all. So print what? Leap year. Let's give some smileys, people. What is the shortcut to get smileys? Windows dot. Windows dot will give you smileys. Okay. Correct. Let's see. Let me give 2000. 2000 is a leap year. Very good. Let me give 2016. So see here, people, your logic failed for 2016. So what am I missing? What am I missing?
Instead of one, you have to give or.
Okay. So someone is telling instead of and, I have to give or. Okay. So let me fulfill your wish also. 2016. This is a leap year. Okay. Very good. And then 2000. This is a leap year. Okay. 1800. 1800 is not a leap year. 1800 is not a leap year. So people, what do you realize from this? I am missing out one more condition. I am missing out
That is,
one more condition. What is it?
Along with the
100 is not
divisibility
equals
of
to
4,
0.
you
100
should.
not divisible by 100.
Okay, 1 second. One by one. Yeah, Vinuta, tell me.
Yes, there is one more condition missing.
What should I do?
Divisible
Instead of or, what should I write?
100, divisible by 100. If it is not divisible by 100,
यहाँ क्या लिखे? यहाँ should I write and or? Here.
And
Okay. And then you are telling me include one more condition, or year mod 100 not equals to
not
0.
equals to 0.
Okay. Let's validate. Correct? Let's validate. Correct? Let's validate one more. So my condition works, people.
Yes, sir. Good.
For century years, this is good. For century years, both will work, right? But for non-century years, you have to take this condition also. It should not be divisible by 100. Any doubt? Any doubt, people?
No, sir.
No, sir.
बोलो किसको क्या दिक्कत? No दिक्कत? Then let's move to the next concept. The next concept is interesting. So we have got string, right? We have got string. So let's see some of the string functions that we have in Python. Let's say I define a string here. Okay, elephant. Now, elephant is a single word, but what if I want to extract a particular character from this string? What will I do? So Python supports indexing, all of you know, and indexing in Python starts from 0, correct? So if you look at elephant, the letter E is present in the index 0 and letter L is present at index 1. Next thing, if you have to extract any character or alphabet from this name, you should always be using square bracket, and inside the square bracket, you should pass your index. So let's see how it works. If I want to extract the first letter of this name, I'm going to pass 0. So see here. Do you see? It has given me the first letter of this name. All of you, yes, no?
Yes.
So we call it as slicing and dicing the string. Cool. Now, what if I want to pick up some more characters? I'm just giving a 0 and I'm typing 3. What does it mean? It gives me all the letters from index 0 to 2. So keep in mind, the last index is not included, okay? The last index is excluded, correct? So 0, 1 and 2. What is that 0? E. What is that 1? L. What is that 2? E. Now, Python supports negative indexing also. If I ask you, give me the last letter of this string, what will you do? You can just
Minus.
pass here -1. So Python supports negative indexing also. Okay. Now, another question that can be asked to you is, what if I want to find out the letters present at even index? What will you do? I want to find out the letters present at even index. So if you see E is at 2, then H, and then N.
Step size 2, sir.
Okay. So see here, now there is one more parameter inside this square bracket. So it is start, end, and step size. Okay. Start, end, and step size. So what is the meaning of step size? By default here, the step size is always 1. So see here, my start I'm not giving, my end I am not giving. I'm just giving the step size as 2. What will it give me?
Jumping another number to another.
So it is starting with the first letter E, and step size 2 means there will be a gap of 1. So 1, 3, 5, 7. Correct? But I want all the letters present at even position. So I should start from which index?
Starting 0.
0 is even.
Yes.
0 is even. No, right? I should start from the index 2. Yes, no? All of you.
Yes, sir.
And if they ask you to give you all the letters from even position, you should start from. Okay? Next. How do I find out the length of this string? I'll just use the function. So it gives me there are 8 characters. Next. Can I convert this string into lowercase? So name dot lower. Let's see if it supports. It supports. Okay. Name dot lower. Next question, people. If I have to find out if my word is starting with a vowel or not, what will you do? What will you do? See here. If it is starting with a vowel, so how will you pick up the
Hello?
starting
Ever
character?
chip chip.
Name of 0, right? I have to compare name of 0 with what? All of you. I have okay. So A. But there are 5 vowels, right? So how many times should I do this? Tell me. How many times should I do this?
We need to use
Or
grouping.
this, or this, or this, or this. So name of this equals to A, E, I, O, U. Correct? If this is to, then I'll tell you, no, starts with a vowel. Else, no. Mute yourself, people who are speaking in the background. Correct? So it says no. It says no. The word elephant is starting with a vowel, right? But why does it say no? Who will tell me the reason?
Because
Who will tell me the reason?
because the string is written in capital letters.
Okay, very good. So here it is capital letters. So from today onwards, if you are working with any of the Python string, you should always convert that into lowercase. Yes, no? Or else what you have to do? You have to write here A, E, I, O, U in uppercase. So likho name dot lower. Correct? Name dot lower. Let's see. Starts with the vowel. But people, I don't like this approach. Why? So do you see I had to write or conditions 4 times. I had to write this or condition 4 times. Is it feasible? Yes, no.
No.
Then what should we do? How should we modify the code so that I don't have to write or 4 times? Okay, let me teach you one more function in string. Now, if I have to find out if a particular letter is present in the word, what will I do? I want to see if P is present in elephant or not. I'll write P in name. What will this give me? It will give me true and false. Correct? It will give me True and false. Why? Because in elephant, P is present. So the best way to solve this question is, people, define one more string. Define one more string which includes A, E, I, O, U. Now what will I do? Now if I write here, if name dot this in vowel, then does this work, all of you? Does this work? What do you think?
Yes. Yes, it will work.
So what it will do, it will take the first letter of the name and it will check if that first letter is present in vowel or not. Next question. If I want to find out if my word is starting and ending with a vowel, what will you do? Starting and ending with a vowel. What will you do?
We will apply another condition.
Okay, another condition. Very good. The question is where? Where will you apply the second condition? Bolo.
Alongside the condition is lower.
Okay, so let me define here apple. So here, people, a dot lower 0. So you have to include one more condition, right? And after and, what will you do? What will you do?
Power of n
Minus
minus 1.
1.
Last index.
Correct?
-1.
Correct? So
Yes.
starts with a vowel and end. Okay, one last question. One last question that gets asked in the interview. Have you all heard about palindrome?
Yes.
So palindrome applies to numbers as well as string. So if the interviewer is asking you, find out whether a string is a palindrome or not. So the meaning of palindrome is when you reverse this string, are you getting the same word or not? Correct? All of you. If you reverse this,
Yes.
MADAM, are you getting the same string? If you get the same string after reversing, this is a palindrome string. Now the question is, how do I reverse the string?
Slicing through slicing.
Okay. So, chalo, let's do one thing. Let's take Rakesh. I want to reverse this string. What will I do? Let me store it
Sir,
in another. Huh?
Sir, we have to write print statement and indexing. We have to two
Hmm.
column and
call
-1.
-1.
Okay. 2 colon and
-1.
minus 1.
-1.
So I'm telling, I'm not specifying the start, the end. I'm just specifying the step size. Step size minus 1. It means it will start from end. Now let me see B. You see, it has reversed the string. So if I have to check for palindrome, let's do one thing. So how will I write? If name
Name.
equals to name. After reversing, if you get the same string, so you are going to write here print. Yes,
Palindrome.
it's palindrome. Else print no. Got it? So this is one concept that gets asked. Any
Sir,
doubt till here?
sir, can you please explain palindrome?
See, palindrome means when you reverse this string. So Rakesh, right? If you reverse this string, what will happen? HSEKAR. This string will get reversed. Okay?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Now After reversing the string, if you get the same string, so madam, even if you reverse madam, you are going to get the same string. So even after reversing, you get the same string. It is a palindrome, else not.
Yes, sir. Understand.
Okay, people, the next concept is very interesting. So this is a function called range. How many of you are aware of this function called range? How many of you are aware of this function called range?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So what this function does, it generates numbers based on the specified condition that you give. Okay. Cool. Now, before we study range function, we will study the concept of loops. Okay. What is the meaning of iteration, people? What is the meaning of iteration? Who will tell me?
If you give the condition, the loop iterates until the satisfy the condition.
Okay. Until loops satisfies the condition. Okay. So I got elephant. Now, okay. So all of you know when you talk about looping, there are two functions that helps you, right? For and while. For is used a lot. So see here first, I'll write the syntax of for loop. So how do you write for loop? For, after for, you can define any alphabet of your choice, any name, and then we write for I in name. Now, in simple terms, if I have to explain you what this for does. Now, for is a loop. Loop means you start from the first letter, go till the last, keeps on looping. So when you go from the first and go till the last, we call them as iteration. One iteration. One iteration is starting to end is one iteration. Again, if you do starting to end, it is second iteration. What this for loop does, imagine this for loop as a master. This for loop is a master and it has hired a servant. The name of the servant is I. So this master is telling to the servant, you go to this, you go to this event whose name is madam. And in this event, there are 5 people. You say hi to all the 5 people. You say hi to M, you say hi to A, B, A, M. And it is telling, okay, after saying hi to all these people, you have to print those names. Correct? You have to print those names. What does it do?
Indentation error.
Correct? Indentation error. So what will it do, people? It will print all the person. So what did this I do? This I went to each person, told hi, and it is printing. This is how a for loop works. Any doubt? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, so if I ask you to print all the letters of the word madam, there are two ways. First way is you are going to use slicing for all, right?
Index.
Correct.
Index,
You are
sir.
going to slice it using index, but if the name is very long, will you keep on doing this? Obviously, no. In that case, you will be using the for loop to
Range
solve
function.
this question. So see here, for I in name, it gives you. Why will I use
Sir,
range
within
function here? I'm not going to use range function here, right? My problem is to find out all the letters. I can get all the letters through I. What this 0 is doing here, that I is doing here. Ultimately, the name of 0 is a letter. And I is also giving you the letter. But the question doesn't end here. Now, if the interviewer is twisting the question, if the interviewer is asking you, give me the index as well as the letter. So basically, he's trying to ask you the letter and its position in the name. What will you do? To solve this kind of question, we leverage the range function. But range function will always work with for loop. Range function always works with for loop. So what this range function will do, if you see, I have written for I in range 10. So it gives me 10 numbers. It gives me 10 numbers, people. But it always starts from 0.
0.
It always starts from 0.
0.
Okay. Now the question is, what are the other parameters in this range function? I
Starting
want
with
to
you,
start with 1. If I want to start with 1 people, it will give me
you
aha.
can give comma, sir.
So see here 1 to 10. So keep in mind the last index is not included. So 1 to 9. Now if I ask you, give me all the even numbers from 1 to 20. Give me all the even numbers from 1 to 20. What will I do? I will start from 2, and even the range function has got step size. Even the range function has got step size. So do you see? It has given me all the even numbers from 2 to 20. Any doubt in this, all of you?
We can print like,
Print like what?
sir, first we print 1 to 10, sir. Then we multiply with 2.
You want to print 1 to 10 and multiply with 2. So when you already have range function, why do you want to multiply with 2? Correct?
Okay, okay, sir.
Correct, no? When you already have this function, why do you want to take burden of again multiplying? So you're telling here, print here I into 2.
Yes, sir.
You already have this function. Either way works. Now, the question that I'm going to ask you is, give me sum of all the even numbers from 1 to 20. So let me see. Sum as well as the product. So this is the last concept of the day. We have 10 minutes, so we'll solve these two questions. Let me see who will be able to solve it. Chalo, people, try it.
Sum of all. Sir, we can take. Sir, we can use count is variable to print numbers. Start.
Variable equal of sum, and we can add that entire I into that sum as a concept.
So,
I have done this side.
Okay, how do we solve this kind of question? How do we solve this kind of question? Who will tell me? See here, people, to solve this kind of question, we use the concept of initialization. So we always initialize sum equals to 0. Now, if you want to get all the even numbers, what will you do? You will run a for loop. Now, after running the for loop, what will you do? You'll keep on adding, right? You want to add 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10.
That
So you will
sum
write
equal
sum
to
equals to
sum
sum.
plus I.
Now, why did I define sum equals to 0 and not any other number? Because, see here, first time, when I equals to 2, so sum equals to sum plus 2. Sum is 0, 0 plus 2 is 2. So sum stores what? 2. In the second case, it is 2 plus 4. It keeps on doing so. That is the reason I started with 0. And what about product? Product, you will always start with 1 because you are multiplying people. If you take product equals to
Product
0,
into
all your results
X.
will be 0. Now, I have to come out of this loop. So I'll print some, I'll use F string, okay?
F string.
The sum of even numbers is sum
Comma.
and the product is product.
Product.
Correct? So see here, this is how we start. So this kind of question should always be started with initialization. Now let's come to the actual question. How do I print the letters and their positions in the string elephant? I want the letter and their position. How do I get it? Because there are many questions which can be framed on the similar concept. बोलो क्या करे?
Sir, can you repeat the question, sir?
The question is, I want to find out the letter and their position. So the letter E present at position 0. Now all of you know, if you want to get the position, there is only one function which can help you. But the question is, inside range function, you should always pass what? A number? Yes, no? You should always pass a number. So what should I pass here? So how many letters are there in the elephant? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8.
If I
0 to
pass here
7.
8, what will it give me? So if I pass here 8, it will give me 0 to
7.
7. But this is good. This is good. I got the index. Now is it correct? E0. But the question is, I want to make it dynamic. I'm not going to manually type it, right? So how do I make it dynamic? What is 8 people? 8 is basically the length of the word. So instead of 8, I am going to use the function length.
Length.
Okay. Now, what was my requirement? My requirement was the letter. The
Name.
letter what? How will you
Name.
find out the letter?
Name I.
Ah, very good. The letter this is present at index I.
I.
Hey.
Got it? So this
Yes,
concept
sir.
helps. Now, if they're asking you, give me the vowels and their position, then what will you do? Correct? The question is, they're asking you, give me the vowels and their position. Then what will you do?
Sir, we can use
We
decision
should
making
apply the first condition as it is before.
statements.
Bolo, what should we do?
We should apply the same condition as we did before.
Okay, so for I in range this, what will you apply? Chalo, bolo. Let's complete this logic, people. Hmm. How do I find out the vowels and their position?
So,
Hmm.
We
So
will apply the
I have to combine for loop and if loop, correct?
yes, sir.
If name of I in vowels,
Vowels. Sir.
then you have to print what? print the vowel is present at index this. Is this correct? Is the logic correct, all of you?
Right, sir.
No, it is not correct
But
because
I did not get anything.
so there is one more thing we should use the lower method.
Sorry, come again.
We should use the dot lower method to convert the string into lowercase.
Very good. So we should convert this into
Lowercase.
lower. Correct? Got it, people?
Yes.
And I will add one more question to this. The next question is, if the first question was find out the vowels and their position and how many vowels are present here. You have to also give me how many vowels are present here. So there are three, right? How will you get the count as three? Let me see who will answer.
How many vowels are present?
Hmm. Now, just now I told you what concept will you use? You will use here assignment. So you will start with count equals to 0. Every time it finds a vowel, it will add. Correct? Yes, no.
Yes.
Yes.
Then what should I do?
So when
After
the
print,
words
after print, they
increase
change
the
count
value.
first.
Count equals to count plus I. Count plus I, right?
Yes.
Count.
And hmm, is this correct? People, is this correct or should I?
Count वन नहीं होगा क्या वहाँ पे?
Sorry, it should be count plus 1, right?
प्लान तो कौन रहा आगे
Hmm.
आगे ज्ञान को नाम
What should I do, people? Bolo. So see here, the count function is giving you 1, 2, 3. I don't want 1, 2, 3. I just want the count as 3. So if I want the count as 3, I should not include the count with this print statement, right? Because here it is printing the letter and their position. So what will I do? I'll just take it outside. I'll just take it here. Then I'll write here print. Correct? Yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
this is how it works. They can ask you anything.
Yes.
Okay, they can ask you anything. So the homework for you people is you have to reverse the string. You have to reverse the string and find out the position of the vowel. This is the question number 1. The second question is after reversing, you have to check. You have to check if the position of the vowels remain the same or not. Correct? So now you know the position of the vowel. E is at 0. But when you reverse, will E be at 0? No, E will be at the end. So these two questions are homework for you.
सर हर केस के लिए अलग चेक करना है क्या?
क्या करना है?
मतलब लेट्स से अपने पास 4 वॉवल्स है, उनको अपन
हाँ,
ने पूरे वर्ड को अपन ने रिवर्स कर दिया.
करेक्ट.
अगर पहला जो वॉवल है वो मैच नहीं कर रहा, तो अपन डायरेक्टली कह सकते हैं कि हाँ ये नहीं कर रहा, या फिर हमें हर एक के लिए चेक
हाँ, यू
करना
हैव टू चेक फॉर एवरी वॉवल ना, सारे वॉवल्स. जैसे एलिफेंट में देयर आर 3 वॉवल्स ई ई ए. राइट नाउ you have 0, 2 and 5. After reversing, you have to check if E is present at that position or not. A is present at that position or not. Make sense?
है. सर एक डाउट था.
Hmm.
अ,
Tell me.
नॉर्मली हम जब लूप्स किसी भी मतलब लैंग्वेज के अंदर इम्प्लीमेंट करते हैं ना, तो एक सर्टेन लेवल ऑफ रेंज है जहाँ तक वो एग्जीक्यूट कर सकता है, उसके बाद वो
Okay,
रिवर्स
that that works in, that works in Java and C++, जहाँ पे लिखते हो for I in this, फिर यहाँ लिखते हो I equals to this, I plus plus, correct?
यस सर।
बट यहाँ पे ऐसा नहीं, यहाँ पे इफ यू वांट योर लूप टू वर्क फॉर ए सर्टेन कंडीशन, तो उसके बाद फॉर के अंदर तुमको एक कंडीशन लिखना पड़ेगा, है ना?
सर
करेक्ट।
इसके अंदर ये जो लूप लूप अपन रन करते हैं, वो
हम्म
कितने नंबर ऑफ इटरेशन तक स्टेबल रहती है, मतलब इससे ज्यादा हुए तो
यहाँ पे
कॉस्ट।
देर इज नथिंग टू डू विद द इटरेशन हियर, टिल योर कंडीशन सेटिस्फाइड। अभी अपने पास क्या, अभी ये जो लूप है वो कहाँ रन कर रहा है, इट इज वर्किंग फॉर ऑल द लेटर्स ऑफ एलिफेंट, राइट? अभी मान लो 100 लेटर्स भी रहता तो वो सारे 100 लेटर्स में जाता, करेक्ट? 1000 लेटर्स रहता तो 1000 तक जाके वो कंडीशन चेक करता। यहाँ पे इट इज नॉट चेकिंग कंडीशन, यहाँ पे मैं उसको बस बोल रहा हूँ यू गो टू एवरी लेटर ऑफ दिस वर्ड, एंड एवरी लेटर ऑफ वर्ड के पास जाने के बाद क्या करना है, देन इट इज अप्लाइंग दिस कंडीशन। ओके,
और ओके सर।
गॉट इट? तो यहाँ पे वो कंडीशन नहीं चेक करता फॉर लूप, यहाँ पे फॉर लूप का काम नहीं है, इट इज गिविंग यू एवरी लेटर। उसके बाद वंस इट गोज टू एवरी लेटर, उसके बाद तुमको क्या कंडीशन डालना है यहाँ डालो, करेक्ट? मान लो यू आर टेलिंग ओके यू रन अ फॉर लूप, नाउ यू आर टेलिंग वंस इट फाइंड्स पी, एक बार इसको पी मिल गया तो लूप को स्टॉप कर दो, करेक्ट? करेक्ट, you don't want your loop to run through all the letters. You are telling when you find P in the elephant, when you find P, stop. Correct?
जैसे
Yes, no?
सर एक चीज और थी,
Hmm.
जैसे अपन नॉर्मल देखते हैं अपने कंप्यूटर के अंदर इंक्रिप्शन होता है चीज़ों को लेके, मतलब वर्ड्स और सेंटेंसेस को लेके इंक्रिप्शन होता है, तो मेजरली उसमें भी ऑपरेशन लूप में ही रन करते हैं।
Correct. Hmm.
तो हम जब किसी वर्ड को या फिर किसी सेंटेंस को इनक्रिप्ट कर रहे हैं ना, तो काफ़ी बार ये होता है कि लेट्स से इनक्रिप्ट करके अपन ने डेटा भेज दिया और सामने वाला उसे डिक्रिप्ट कर रहा है, तो काफ़ी बार सिक्योरिटी पर्पस के लिए रेंज आगे बड़ी सेट की जाती है कि वो कंप्यूटर उसे डिक्रिप्ट ना कर पाए नॉर्मल जब अपन यूज़ करते हैं तो
Hmm.
विदाउट
Hmm.
अ पर्टिकुलर की। तो दैट्स व्हाट माय क्वेश्चन इज अबाउट कि कितने वो इटरेशन या फिर कितने नंबर ऑफ रेंज वो हो सकती है जहाँ पे नॉर्मल पाइथन वर्क नहीं करती।
Okay. So अभी देखो ऐसा तो कुछ रेंज है नहीं, so you want to know the range function का maximum range क्या है?
नो सो जस्ट अबाउट एन आइडिया कि हाँ अगर मैं कुछ ऐसा स्क्रिप्ट रन कर रहा हूँ और आई एम जस्ट मेकिंग श्योर कि हाँ ये एक पॉइंट है जहाँ तक मुझे
देखो
सेफली।
जैसे कि क्या है ना, व्हेन यू टॉक अबाउट पाइथन, पाइथन में देर इज नो लिमिट डिफाइंड टू फॉर लूप या रेंज फंक्शन, उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं कि अनबाउंडेड। अब मान लो तुम्हारे पास 10 GB का फाइल है एंड योर 10 GB का फाइल हैज व्हाट डू यू कॉल बिलियंस एंड बिलियंस ऑफ वर्ड्स, तो वहां जाके वो कर जाएगा, बट ऐसा देर इज नो सेट रेंज डिफाइंड, है ना? करेक्ट।
मतलब
तो
ठीक है।
यहाँ पे इसलिए हम लोग बोलते हैं कि अनबाउंडेड बोलते हैं, इट गोज टिल द मेमोरी। नाउ लेट्स से यू आर हैविंग 8 GB का रैम, ठीक है? अभी तुमने लूप लगा दिया ऐसा फाइल में जिसपे मान लो बिलियंस ऑफ सेंटेंस है, बिलियंस ऑफ सेंटेंस मतलब 100 मिलियन सेंटेंस है। अब वो लूप करते 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 एक टाइम ऐसा गया कि ऑल योर मेमोरी इज यूटिलाइज, फिर तो वो लूप ब्रेक कर जाएगा, करेक्ट?
मतलब डिपेंड करेगा कि हमारे पास कोर कितने हैं यूज़ करने
करेक्ट,
के लिए।
या इट डिपेंड्स ऑन दैट। ओके, बट जैसा होता है ना कि मेनी पीपल अभी के टाइम में तो एवरीवन यूजेस 64 बिट, पहले लोग 32 बिट यूज करते थे, करेक्ट? सो 64 बिट में रहता है मैक्सिमम साइज, इट गोस टू, अभी हम लोग बिलियन का बात करें, इट गोस टिल क्वांटिलियन, ओके?
ओके।
बट इट अगेन डिपेंड्स ऑन द प्लेटफॉर्म दैट यू आर यूजिंग, है ना? अभी तुम मैकबुक यूज करोगे, मैकबुक हैज गॉट 16 कोर, बट विंडोज में कोर नहीं है, तो 16 कोर है तो वो बहुत ले लेगा, 100 मिलियन भी ले लेगा, करेक्ट? विंडोज इतना नहीं ले पाए, है ना?
थैंक यू। यस।
Okay. Okay, people, I think that's all for today. And I hope most of you are attending the session. Have you people attended any other sessions before?
No, sir.
यस
This
सर
is
आई
the
हैव।
first.
कौन सा मॉड्यूल का था?
मैं ज़्यादा कुछ बोला नहीं था, फर्स्ट वाला मैंने अटेंड किया था।
तो कौन सा लेक्चर था? That was Excel or what was it?
सर इट वाज अबाउट डेटा एनालिटिक्स।
It was about data analytics. Good. Okay, people. So I think all of you have enjoyed the lecture. So basically, I'm based out of Bangalore. I work and I love teaching. So I teach mostly offline for geeks in Bangalore. I teach data science, machine learning, AI, and analytics. And that is the reason I thought of taking this Python session for all of you. I hope you people have learned at least something. कुछ तो सीख ही लिए होगे, correct?
Yes,
And
Yes,
sir.
sir.
we will meet again if our paths collide. Okay? Generally, I'm not available on the weekend, but since I was available, so I took this session for you. And thanks for joining, people. Stay in touch. Bye bye. And all the best since you people are in your college. So study well, get placed, and we will meet again. So my name is Bidhan Sen. I know the name is not reflecting here. Okay, cool. Fine. My name is Bidhan Sen, and we'll meet again. You can connect with me. Cool. Chalo. Bye bye. Enjoy your Sunday.
Thank
Thank you
you,
for the
sir.
wonderful session, sir.